Hey Clayton, welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, are you all right today, my friend?
I hope so. If this hurricane doesn't blow us away, I'll be all right.
Oh, mine is the hurricane season back again?
It starts June 1st to the end of November. And I said hurricane, but right, it's not even a tropical depression yet. But I mean, it's going to dump a lot of water. There's going to be a lot of water. I'm going to have like a pool in my backyard. I'm just going to like be able to swim in my yard.
I'd
That's my doggy
be
paddle for you.
I'd be how do I say when I get really, really, really afraid of something, like really afraid,
Yeah,
like
really afraid
death.
work.
It's
Like
not.
you get like something terrifies you.
Yeah, there's an expression that it connects afraid to death, afraid. I don't remember.
I'm scared to death.
Yeah, yeah. Scared to death if I saw something like that because, like in Brazil, we don't have these natural disasters like earthquakes, earthquake, yeah, tornadoes, hurricanes. We don't have that in Brazil. So good, right?
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah, but we have politicians and they do almost the same damage. So it's kind of that, yeah. Sad, sad but true. But
Okay.
now we're not here to talk about these politicians, this stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
I didn't
here
mean to
to.
like preempt your show, but
No,
it's
I
like
mean,
this is my show now. I asked the question.
yeah, I am the one. Yeah, like, no way, man, no way. The thing is, yesterday, while we were talking, you mentioned that you studied some different languages during your school time, and I'd like to know a little bit more about these languages that you studied during your school moment, your high school. Can you talk to me about that?
Yeah, so in high school, I studied Spanish. So I think we also talked about my abilities in Spanish. That started in high school. I took Spanish 1 online, which that was an experience because you don't get as much interaction and whatnot. I mean, I did well enough. I passed, and I also did well in Spanish 2 the following year at the actual school.
Hmm.
So that's where I started with Spanish. I mean, it was fine. My teacher in Spanish 2 was actually a really good teacher. Is just a very terrible person. Like I'm gonna spare you the details on that, but we'll say he needed help. I'm gonna leave it at that.
My
At
gosh.
any rate, yeah, it's one of those things that years later, like you see this guy's picture in the newspaper, you're like, oh shit, that was my teacher. Like
My
this guy,
God, man, that
this
level.
man should not have been a teacher.
Oh my.
At any rate, we're gonna leave him with. I mean, he doesn't. Whatever, what little bit of dignity he's got left, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So then let's move on to college at Troy. So during my undergrad years, I studied Korean.
Oh.
Was there? Yeah. So I was friends with a lady there who that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to offer like a class for Korean, and there were a group of us that we said, yeah, we will take a Korean class if they offer it. So I did. I took 2 semesters of Korean there. So I guess the equivalent of Korean 1 and 2. That was a lot of fun because there were a lot of people from Korea in Troy. So there were a lot of opportunities to practice a little bit. It's really difficult for someone who speaks like English or like another Indo-European language to like learn like one of the Asiatic languages. But suffice to say, like it was a lot of fun because I got to really interact with a lot of people from that culture.
I see.
Yeah, it was great. And then what was the last? Now, unfortunately, I've been out of practice for so long that I don't remember how to like, speak or a lot of the words, but I can pronounce pretty much anything in Korean because their alphabet is wonderful. It's the best thing in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you mentioned that you studied Japanese, right?
I did. I did for 6 months.
6 months. How far did you get into their writing system?
Oh, in fact, I didn't. I didn't enjoy the 6 months to study the real study. I just tried to see some apps, and ready sentences, and I tried to copy them in my own alphabet. I didn't use the what's the name of ideograms. You know,
Ideograms. Yeah.
yeah, I didn't
So
get that.
Yeah, so like Chinese, especially Japanese to a lesser extent, there are a lot of like ideograms, like you said, like they each symbol represents a syllable. It's impossible to guess what it should be if you've never encountered it before.
Sure.
Korean, on the other hand, it looks ideographic, but it's actually a phonetic, like, basically an alphabet
Oh, nice.
because every symbol, like it all fits into its own little box, and
Huh.
every symbol is composed of a consonant, a vowel, and maybe another consonant
Oh.
that are about as regular as you can get. And if you have a symbol that's only supposed to be a vowel, well, we've got a consonant for that too. It's just one that you understand that you don't pronounce it.
I
So
see.
like that part is super easy and everything there makes sense. So like I can pronounce if like someone writes a string of Korean, I can pronounce anything there. What does it mean? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like me speaking the Chinese sentence yesterday's episode, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I see. But I mean,
Uh,
in Japanese, if I see something written in my alphabet, for example, in the Roman alphabet, I can speak that so because they speak the same way they write it, so it's kind of easy. And I have a question inside the Korean language for you because here in Brazil, K-pop took over, man. K-pop is the fever, you know? Is this like this in the United States too?
there is a subculture of that. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know that I would let it rise to the level of like a fever like you're talking about, but there are definitely some people that are really into it.
Yeah, I see.
I'm not as much, but I've seen a lot of people who are.
I see. Yeah. Most part of my teenager students, they are crazy about K-pop. Like, I don't know if they fit in this K-pop style, but they only talk about the Treasure, Now United, and Blackpink. Those guys, you know,
Yeah,
they do love it. They do love it. So, okay, you already speak Spanish fluent level, right?
that's right.
Okay, yeah. The guy is almost a trilingual guy. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say two and a half, two and a lot of little bits and pieces.
I see. I see. Good. Good, man.
I have a story about speaking Russian. I say speaking Russian, studying Russian though.
Huh. Share it with
So
me.
yeah, so for my master's program, you have to prove proficiency in another language, and that's either like your native language is not English, or alternatively, you can like study 4 semesters of some language.
Hmm.
So for a little while, I was going to do my study in Russian, but I was already a semester in. I was like, I might could see if I can like, get credit or a waiver for that first semester of Russian. So like I signed up for the Russian 2 class, and when I got there, the teacher was like, "Who are you?"
How? Who are you?
Yeah, who are you? How'd you get here? It's like, I promise I can, I promise I can be here. I promise I can.
But
It's like, well, if you say so, but I don't know that I believe that I believe. And
Russian.
so I had to spend a little time like proving that I knew enough Russian to, which I did, obviously. Like I made an A- in the class, so I did all right. But it was funny, like she scolded me one time because like I knew I didn't learn from a formal program really. So like I used some phrases that were, I don't want to say, yeah, you could basically call it slang. And while she was passing back like some of our tests, she was like, "You need to not use slang like that all of the time. That's not good." Yes, ma'am.
You learned in the tough way, right?
Absolutely. But
Yeah,
that was a fun class. I loved that class.
I imagine. It's the other classes that starts with "What are you doing here? You're not there."
Yeah, like,
They have
who are
such
you? Why are you
potential.
here?
So
She was
crazy.
like the one Russian teacher.
All right, man. All right. I guess that's it about languages. That's okay for me, all right?
Yeah,
So, tomorrow is a new day, and back we will be here to share another interesting topic, all right?
that's right.
I'm going out because I need to go home. So, have a great one, Clayton Davis.
You too.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say, you too, Eduardo Soto. But you didn't know my full name, did you?
I did, but I didn't know that that's what you wanted me to do.
It's just
Like
because
you gotta
I
like hold up a cue card or something. Like use his full name.
use the full name. Yeah, like, no, that's all right. And now I'm going. Bye-bye, dude.
Bye bye, Eduardo Soto.
All right. Now it's good. Now it's good.